on Alan Wake. I wrote a horror story that has come true. Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song!
He left something behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
Is this when he hit his psychic, his psychotic breakdown? Psychotic episode?
I had a hangover. My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes. I needed my sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain. In one of my finer moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking. The sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire in the sun.
Didn't open the top.
Fast. The prospect of being awake started to seem bearable again.
You know, for New York, this isn't actually a bad apartment, huh? Like, pretty nice view. I guess not really. It's a building view, but whatever. Still spacey.
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Is this a different QR code? Is the question as well.
The dark place was an endless waking dream. I saw visions carried by the ebb and flow of different dream states. They seeped in from the reality beyond. Things I had a connection to, but also things I couldn't possibly know. I used them in my writing to make it real, so that the parts that weren't would become so. And there were visions that I knew were not real. Ideas I had lost, often of Casey. I had written about him for years. I used them as well. The lies had to feel true for them to become true. Had I always written this way? Even before, seen things without realizing I was seeing them, thinking they were mine. Was this what inspiration was for me?
All right, well, first off, I think this is the same one. Second off, this is 2 years ago. I believe the last flashback we saw was before this, because there was a box that had a TV, and that TV was not there. So we've taken the TV out of the box. So the first flashback was before this flashback.
You have one new message. Ow! Are you still asleep? Wakey, wakey! You should have your show on your TiVo. If Alice wasn't too mad to record it. As she called me earlier and really chewed me out. Yeah, we went a little overboard last night. But parties are a part of this business. Al, look, I'm saying this as your friend. She's not doing your career any favors by trying to run your life like that, okay? I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harry Gallic Show.
Thank you, everybody. We have a great show tonight. I've been talking with the best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop. Yeah, good read. Go buy it. No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here. Is that wise? No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got people who give me the lowdown on books, I'm a busy guy. But this one, I actually read from cover to cover.
You're
I'm a big
right,
fan.
you're stuck.
Wow, thanks.
Now, this might be a spoiler for those who haven't read the book yet. Based on the sales figures, the 2 people out there who haven't read the book yet. But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though, 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the ladies. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations. That's great to hear. So, how's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good, great. But I gotta say, I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties and, you got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now. Go get it. That means the 2 of you out there who haven't bought it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests for the evening. Alan Wake, Sam Lake. Once more, do the face for a Sam. And our musical guests, Poets of the Fall. Thank you.
At least I'd been funny. I told myself I could live with that. I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know. Are you going to start with me about drinking now?
You know what?
I should have followed her advice, but suddenly I was angry, mostly at my...
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal. Then you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Yeah, you're right, honey. I'm sorry. Once this is over, let's go away together. A vacation. Just you and me. Some peace and quiet.
So he killed off his main character, and now he's got writer's block for what to do next as well.
Somehow, the clicker was the key to the cabin. I had to return to Cauldron Lake to save Alice. I'm going back to the lake to finish this. I'm going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms, to make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs to be just right. Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but I need to do this alone. Barry, take her gun. Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
Can I get your headlamp?
Good luck, Al.
See you later. When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed. In daylight, surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape, it was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I
had to.
Alone, in daylight, surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape, it was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this, having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story inside my head, gone mad from grief over Alice's death like Hartman had claimed. There would be no way of knowing. I told myself it didn't really matter. My course was set.
Did we miss any manuscripts from 5? Yes, we did. We missed one.
Thomas Zane knew he had to remove all that had made this horror possible, including himself. That was the only way to banish the dark presence he had unleashed and now looked at him through the eyes of his dead love. But he also knew that despite his best efforts, it might someday return. So even as he wrote himself and his work out of existence, he added a loophole as insurance, an exception to the rule. Anything of his stored in a shoebox would remain.
Alright, time to get the hell out of here. Oh, it's daylight, right? We'll put that there. These wide lanes, Jerry. Feel how wide they are. The Majestic Motel, just down the road. Come on in. Comfortable beds, clean rooms, wireless internet, laundry facilities, cable TV, and a kitchenette in every room. Sound like a great place for me and Alice to stay once I find her. Yeah, I need to bump my rifle ones up. Found a good bit of thermoses though. Oh, Can Pyramid's knocked over. Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. I've seen so many of those as well. Only missing one radio show, missing 2 TV shows. Signs found. Missed a bunch of signs. Alarm clocks found. What? What are those? Like I found my cardboard cutout. Was I like punch it or something? So where am I going? I'm just climbing over this? Or walking around it, I guess, maybe? Guess I'm walking around it.
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
Wait, what?
I'll kill your wife.
Touch the darkness inside me. It's so weird to have X as the Oh god. Majestic Motel. General information. Refundable $100 security deposits is required on all reservations. No personal checks accepted. Take all major credit cards and bank cards. Checkout times 10 a.m. No loud music. No pets. Or vehicle unit. One vehicle per unit. Facilities are for registered guests only. No visitors allowed on the premises after 9 p.m. No exceptions. Ouch. That's We hope you enjoy your stay at the Majestic. If you're a senior or a vet, please ask for discounts.
Based on the signature in the motel register, Agent Nightingale had stayed here, in room number 2. This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
Look after yourself, manager.
That sucks. What is that? Deer?
What the hell?
Fuck. Book it. Achievement got. I probably could go back and kill a bunch of people with this rifle, actually. That's right. Or at least get 2 kills, I guess. Ow! Ow. They fucking combo you! Like, the amount of combos they do is unfucking believable. How about that then, you fucking asshole game? Can't combo me if I just run past you all. of my fucking way. What the fuck? Seems suspicious.
The Dark Presence was no longer trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending it wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane, something that could hurt it. Now, the darkness was doing everything in its power to simply stop the writer from ever reaching Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from. The bottom of Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The Dark Presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long-ago crashed airplane there, trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice. Zane cut its heart out, but it didn't die. The thing that wore Barbara's face kept crooning sweet nothings sugar-laced with poison. He put on the suit, untied the monster from the chair. The thing in his arms thrashed weakly, but he held fast. He stepped outside, off the pier, and into the dark water, a sinking pinprick of light descending toward a bottom that never came.
I wonder if the driving controls were worse in the original. Like, driving doesn't feel that bad.
When I told Barry my plan back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
I will never give her to you.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
Oh my god, are we going to fucking do this? One second, please. Let's go. That was actually not as wild as I thought it was going to be. Is she trying to kill me or scare me? She wants me to continue writing, right? The old woman entity thing. Like, she wants me to continue writing. So if she kills me, I can't write. It's like, if you can just drop a fucking boat on my head, then wouldn't you just kill me? I got 19 flash grenades. Oh, it's checkpoint at least. Fuck you. I just want to check and see if I missed a fucking manuscript or anything. I'm guessing not.
Turn back now. you're told.
Fuck you, old cunt.
Alice never loved you.
Hell!
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
No,
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, honey, you're still 1 foot in a dream. You're not making any sense. Come back to bed. Alan, you're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Are you taking your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman? I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come back to bed. We'll talk more about it in the morning. Come back to bed, Alan.
Come back to bed, Tom.
must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light. Don't mind him. He's Mr. Scott. Your friends will meet him when you're gone.
What?
Use the clicker.
I'm leaving you.
What?
I'm leaving you, Al. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? You can't.
Don't. How could you? You don't even know yourself. All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse. Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
You're not my Barbara.
Tom, let me go. I promise to be good. Please, untie me, you naughty boy. I will help you watch masterpieces. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas. Put it down.
Life's filled with darkness. Cut it out. Take you back to the destination.
Filled with darkness.
I want the cabin to be real.
Get away from me, you hag! Where am I? Let me go!
Alice, I'm coming.
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wanted him to write. Now it's too late. It's his fault. You'll stay here forever.
Now you will never get her back. I am much older than you. Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Alan? Alan?
So I kind of gave myself up for her? I know Alan Wake's missing in Control. I also don't know what was real and what was fake. Was this all real? Was this all fake? Like, this town should not be celebrating a fucking festival if this was real, right? Huh?
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
Alan, wake up.
Ooh, what a great song, too. Too bad we can't listen to it. It's DMCA. All right, yeah. So he's trapped there. He's like trapped writing. He kind of like gave himself to the void, to the ocean, to save his wife. Unlike what Thomas Zane did, which it sounded like Thomas Zane killed his wife. Maybe like sound like it was like a vicious kind of like argument fight there. Uh, But also, I like the idea of Major Tom uh, as the credits because kind of like drifting off into space, drifting off into the void. You know, he's gone from his wife and his family. He's basically out in the void, and you don't know what happens to Major Tom. Major Tom, you think he dies, but he just goes out into the void, into nothing, into the unknown. So I kind of see the parallels of why that song is the credits for Alan Wake. He sets his wife free. He goes into the void, into the ocean, the vast emptiness of space almost. But yeah, this is interesting. We got 2 more episodes suddenly. We have the DLC episodes. I just looked them up just now. They're about an hour and a half each. Um, but yeah, I don't see. Once again, I'm sitting there thinking, why do people say this is like with Barbarous King? He has marbles, and he does horror picks, and everyone, a lot of people say like he would hate this because it's kind of like Control in the vagueness of the story. I get this story a little more than Control. Control is very, 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 very vague, but this is not a bad story. It's not a bad game. I don't know why people shit on it so much. I don't know, but yeah, that has been episode 6 of Alan Wake, the ending. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching Alan Wake. Yeah, I think it's a good game. I don't think it's 10 out of 10, but I would say it's definitely putting myself in the time period of 2009. 2009, this would have been an awesome game. You know, right? No, this is on Control 2009. When is Alan Wake? Or is it 2009? Oh no, 2010. Sorry, 2010. Control was 2019. Yeah, 2010. Like, well, this is a pretty solid banger. Let's see. Other games that came out in 2010 include Fallout New Vegas. So uh, God of War came out in 2010. Really? Yeah, it did. All right, so Alan Wake came out at the same time as God of War, Fallout New Vegas. How the hell did God of War and Fallout New? Wait, that's not wrong. That's not right. Is it? Is this? No, this is wrong. Or maybe this is the wrong picture. Maybe it should be God of War. Not the picture on there says God of War 2016. Maybe that's why. Maybe this is not the first God of War. But Fallout, God of War, Mario Galaxy 2, Bioshock 2, Red Dead. Ooh, 2010 was a freaking banger year, huh? Just those games right there were fucking awesome. So I can see how this kind of got like lost in translation of like awesome games. Dead Rising also 2010. Civ 5. But yeah, I think this is a really solid game for 2010. You know, is it God of War? Is it New Vegas? For what it was, a play off of like Resident Evil style combat, third person over the shoulder with light. Yeah, I liked it. I would say it's a pretty 8 out of 10 game. If I'm looking at nowadays standards, maybe a 7 out of 10. But back in 2009, yeah, 10. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I want to continue DLCs now or not, but that's gonna be the end of at least this episode.